Hello. Hey, making a new vid-doc. Yeah, finally doing it. I know it's been a while. I'm Brandon Christner. Your dad, granddad, brother, uncle, sister. No, not sister. Whatever I am to you. Hi. These are my vid-docs that I am apparently being talked to. No. Okay. Yay. These are the vid-docs that I'm doing just to, in case something happens or for the future. Just a just in case sort of thing. So there's a lot of stuff that's happened recently. Today is back Monday, February 24th. It is 21:37, so it's 9:37. Yes, that's how military time works. So take your number and you subtract 12 if it's afternoon. Well, 1 through 12, and then up. Yeah. So got my friend new little jacket, which is amazing. Got my favorite shirt on, which is amazing. Got my lucky pin. And yes, that really is my lucky pin. It has saved me too many times. Bought some new glasses, which honestly, they look amazing. But yeah, first thing, which is gonna cause a lot of upset, which, you know what? Screw it. I wanna have some fun. My friend Shannon McKay, we were roller skating last Saturday and we were messing around, just talking, whatever, and she goes, "Why don't you ask me to prom?" And I didn't want to go to prom. It's not really my sort of thing. And her and her friend were asking me when so I broke down and I asked her to prom today. So apparently I'm gonna go to prom. Uh, Shannon, if you somehow find these, don't watch them. They're boring, and I am sorry the rest of you. They really are boring. But yeah, saw my dad again. Got to see the little guy. Where's my wallet? I forget my wallet. I will tell you because it has all the crap in it. Huzzah! I was gonna say Brian. I don't know why, because his name is Riley, my half brother. Boom! He turned 3 this February. Honestly, in person, he looks just like me, and it's kind of scary. Oh yeah, still kind of broke. I got 5. What you gonna do? But yeah, been having fun. Got to see my dad. Learned a lot about our family, which I'm gonna tell you about actually. So there's this thing. Pure maple sugar, the Babcock brothers. Turns out, my uncle Pat, has this farm thing that's been there for years and years and years and years. And I never knew that we used to make a very, very large percentage of maple sugar, and I guess one day they just quit farming it, and it blows my mind that there'd be something like that that's passed down for generations. And they're just like, nope, done, wash my hands of it, quit. Like, huh. But yeah, this is your heritage and my own, Southington, Ohio. Supposedly there's books about all the stuff they sold, and I'm gonna try to acquire some of those, or at least look at them and whatnot. Yes, there's my DBZ poster and my Pokemon poster, and down there's my lamp, and there's Hope window and stuff. But yeah, something else my dad gave me, and I didn't know. My dad was 13, and for a very, very long time, apparently he wanted to join the Air Force. So when he was 13, he got this Air Force belt buckle, and now it's mine, and it's amazing that I never knew that. I saw this when I was much younger, and I thought it was a family member's or something that got passed down to him. But no, I'm living my dad's dream apparently without knowing it. But yeah, prom, got to worry about that. Military ball is next month, and March, or it's April. May 17th, I've been told, is prom. Hopefully, it gets moved sooner because I don't like waiting that long. And I think April is military ball. I'd like something to happen in March. I spend this March is spring break actually, and then the month begins Saturday. Begins March, so that I might go to North Carolina. Speaking of which, Nathan is in North Carolina, and I'm jealous because it's the second time he has gone home without me, and I call North Carolina home. Something against people. It's just that's where I feel the most like I'm at home with the most people that matter to me. Let's see what else happened. Talked to Hope a lot, been relaxing with her and whatnot. She has been in the hospital a lot lately for her knee and whatnot, but now she's starting to feel a lot better, and we've been talking a lot more and all that. Nothing's really been happening with me. I guess since this is only 5 minutes long, I've already told you everything that's been happening. I should tell you a stupid story about myself, or at least a couple, so you can get to know me a little bit better. When I was younger, not much younger, but younger, when I was living in North Carolina, great friend of mine, dear buddy, like dear friend, great buddy, Wyatt Powell. Hey Wyatt, what's up? Uh, if you see these, I'd be surprised. I don't think this is gonna be a widespread thing, but yeah. Uh, Me, Wyatt, and Midget Michael Kaufman, we're all hanging out at our hangout spot every now and then. Either it'd be Wyatt's house, but Wyatt didn't like to hang out at his house because that's where his family was and whatnot, and we were all kind of mooches. He had money, but you know, I feel weird about it nowadays. Or we would go to the gas station, and I never had cash, so you know, surprise, it's still the same as it was. And yeah, things haven't changed at all, it seems. So we would go to the gas station, and after you would leave the gas station, there was an overpass, like the railway would go under. Trains would pass and whatnot, and you could go under and sit under. And we tagged it, and I know that's illegal, but yeah, we tagged it when we were little, like markers or whatever, like hairspray, paint. We put on there, so it's probably washed off by now. But yeah, that was our hangout spot, and I got a couple stories about there. One with Polish David, a very good friend of mine. We called him Polish because he was Polish, and that was actually his own idea for us to call him Polish and all that. So, also, I got new sounds on my phone, and I'll get back to that story in a second, but I'm really proud of them. Like, my theme is the Zelda 2 castle theme. When I get messages, I'm a really big Zelda nerd, so mind me doing this and bogging this down more, but, you know, just, I can't believe I got all this stuff. Like, yay. So, when I get a text message, I unlock a secret, and when I get pictures and stuff. So that is amazing to me. Anyways, we were all under there, and the first story I'll tell you about Wyatt, me, and Kaufman, and then me, Polish, and Kaufman, and a few other guys. So, me, Kaufman, and Wyatt were all walking down the railroad tracks. Because Wyatt's house was literally right off, like you climbed up a little hill right off the railroad tracks and you'd be there. Or you could go on the other side and be at Jan Freeze, where we all went to school, which is where we met, even though I am dumb and I didn't realize we had met while we were there. We met on the Outer Banks trip of our 8th grade year, which was the first year I was there, so go figure. He sat right next to me, I didn't realize, and he's like my best friend nowadays. Jesus, I feel bad about that. Anyways, we were doing all this stuff, and we're walking one way, Kaufman's walking, see you later, Kaufman, he goes his way. We keep walking around, and all of a sudden, it's like, we're not sure if Kaufman got off the tracks and got home, whatever we're calling him, make sure it's right, and we hear the track go, and this buzz, and we're like, oh, the Amtrak is coming. Little known fact, which I didn't even know until when I was there, normal trains, you can hear them coming. They don't actually sound like trains, it's just, you hear the large mass of metal moving, and the tracks buzz. Amtraks, twice as fast, twice as silent, only the tracks buzz, you don't hear them until it's too late. So I hear the tracks buzz, I'm like, oh shit. Mama language, we need to run. So we start hauling ass, just going as fast as we can. And we get over to right next to his house. Turns out somebody threw their thorns away, like thorn bushes and stuff. So, and this is when I say Wyatt saved my life and I saved his, because we're climbing up this thing, we're climbing up thorns, and like I'd get a foothold in the thorns and I'd pull him up and he'd get in the thorns. We both get up, get on the road, we're like, and the train passes, and like to this day I vividly remember just running down railroad tracks and trying to get off of it and all, and it was a good story for me. It was fun. I always say it, or not always say it, it's something I've started recently saying. If you're gonna do something stupid, at least make sure the story is good afterwards so you can tell it to other people. Because, I mean, you might as well. But yeah, second story is Polish. Polish had been getting, he told us, abused at home really badly, so he was going to hang out with us. You know, whatever, he didn't go home, he didn't ride the bus, and that was sketchy to begin with. So we're all hanging out down there, and we're jumping on trains and riding them for a little bit, which is completely illegal. So we're doing that, and, you know, none of us were charged with anything. But finally we decide we're going to go over to Wyatt's, go home, whatever. So we ride the train a little bit, and we start running. Cop car. Whoop, whoop. Comes over, parks, sees us. We have to run across somebody's yard over to the cop car, stand there. The cop doesn't care what we're doing. Just says, "Oh, that's a felony. You know, do this and now." We're like, "Oh, we're gonna get in trouble. We're gonna get arrested." Out of nowhere they go. Have you seen David Wilder? That's his full name, David Wilder. I'm like, no. I turn around, make sure he's fucking hauled out, dipped, ducked, and got out of there. Like, dipped out completely on us. So it's me and a few other people, Heath, Newton, Bernari, Howard before he moved, and Milton. I don't remember Milton's first name, sorry. You guys won't see this anyways, but, you know, we're just sitting there like, oh no, we don't know where he was. He wasn't wearing that today. So that entire freaking day. And I ratted Polish out in the end because I couldn't do it, you know. It wasn't my place to do it. So that entire day the cops would pull past us. We were walking, we're like, hey, yeah, we know you were Polish today, and then drive out and whatever. And apparently Polish used to live across the street from Mercedes for a dear friend of mine. Wish I could talk to her again, but she probably has a lot of problems with me because I'm a dick. I'm a huge jerk off just because I don't know how to control myself. A lot of the times when I care about things, like if I'm really into something, I lose it. So especially when it comes to people, like it's hard for me to regulate. Like I try to do everything I can for them to show that, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work out at all. Well, clingy. I've worked on that a lot, but you know, past relationships was very clingy. So anyway, so here are my stripes. But yeah, you know, if you gotta go rob somewhere, put it over so they can't see your eyes and just. Anyways, Polish dipped out. Wyatt knew where he was. I had no idea where he was. Kaufman knew where he was. Kaufman, me, and Wyatt were kind of the small group that would hang out more often than anybody else. They're the ones that actually got me in trouble first. Well, it was my own fault, but hanging out with them is why I got in trouble. Because I didn't tell my mom I was going to be at Wyatt's house. I told her I was at ROTC and she got pissed. I was like 2-3 hours late coming home. It's bad. So, Colonel had found out I would still be getting a foot removed from my ass. So anyways, Polish ran away, whatever. At school the next day, me, Milton, Newton, Keith, and all them, we were all like, alright, we're going to find Polish, make sure he's alright and all that. All day, being hammered by the school police, hammered by the base people. Finally, I'm like, you know what? He's there. Leave me alone. I bitched out. I see Polish get brought in during lunch, and I knew he wanted to take my goddamn head off, because from that day on, he always was like, yeah, snitch. I'm like, dude, you weren't going to survive. You're living in a house full of syringes and shit. Just no. Crack house is another thing that wasn't really crack. It was penicillin. We think the person that used to live there had cancer or something, and they had to have penicillin shots, or, you know, whatever it was, they had to have penicillin shots. They're fucking everywhere. This place was trashed long before we got there. It was kind of like the hangout place for the entire neighborhood. It was weird. Like, this house just was not kept up in a very nice neighborhood. Anyways, you know, that happened, and so whatever. You know, I don't talk to Polish much anymore. I don't talk to him at all anymore because he creeped me out for a while there because he got very weird. Nothing against gay people. Not at all. But when somebody I've known for a very long time, I'm good friends with, comes out and he's like, don't you want to date me? I'm like, no. You just made it weird, man. Nothing against gay guys. You made it weird because you kept asking. It was just weird. Sorry, Polish. You know, Hope you see this someday, maybe. You're a weird dude, but you're a good dude. I hope things work out for you. So, doing all that, that's that's enough stories for now. Actually, I have to finish one last one because that trails on to the trouble with police, which happened a lot in Concord for no reason. I had a good friend named Jackie Wallace. Red hair, skinny as can be. She was the weird kid that gave me my scar on my arm right there because she took an eraser to my arm and I tried to man up and say it didn't hurt. She erased a lot of my skin. She's just that kind of person. I think she used to like me back in the day, but I don't know. So, way back when, she went to different high school than I did because we went to this place called Jay and Freeze, and Jay and Freeze sends out to a bunch of high schools because it was like the central point and then back. I mean, that's a lot more cost effective. It's cheaper, but whatever. So I call her one day. I hadn't seen her in like a year. Old friends. I call him like, hey, Jackie, and she's like, who is this? This is Brandon Christner. Hangs up. I'm like, oh, well, thanks. Good to know I'm still your friend. So, whatever. We were hanging out at Whataburger and we walked home after that. And I walked everywhere. I still walk everywhere. I don't have my license or my permit yet. Going to go to it tomorrow, Mom says. But anyways, do all that. Next day, I get called by the resource officer of her school. Apparently, somebody had been harassing her, saying they were going to rape and kill her. And I was like, lady, I don't know what she told you. I'm an old friend of hers. I called her and said hello, and she hung up on me. And all day I was getting heckled and harassed about this, and for no reason. And yeah, just crap. I mean, I talked to her like a month after that, and we were friends for, every now and then I'll talk to her again. But Jesus, lady, thought I was trying to stalk and rape you. But yeah, now this video is 20 minutes long, and I drag it out way too long. It was nice talking to y'all. I miss you. I love you. I wish I could be there right now if I'm not. I'm not a good singer, but I promise you I will put up another video directly after this one of me being and again, mind my language in these videos, I can't help myself, being a dumbass and singing. Video might get flagged, honestly, like if people don't like me enough, which is very likely. But yeah, maybe I'll make a secret video that has all of my real thoughts, like very, very intimate thoughts about it. Put it up, but that one will be special. Like, it'll be a warning video about how I really feel and everything I think right now and everything that's going on. And I'll advise most people not to watch it because it is an 18-year-old's view on life and the world and the place he's living. I miss you all. I love you all. I wish I could be there. To my kids, hello. I wish I'm alive long enough to have kids. I don't plan on dying anytime soon, but I don't think anybody that dies plan on dying except for if they commit suicide. And suicide, as put by a very intelligent person, Philip DeFranco, off of the PDS, SXE Phil, the Philip DeFranco show, PDS, is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. If you can get past it, things will get better. And you can trust me on that one. I've been through some terrible depression over my years. People don't know about it. Not even my mother knows about it because I keep it to myself and all that. So anyways, I love you all. I miss you all. To my kids, I love you. I hope I didn't, screw up your names or anything, and I hope I was a good dad. Grandkids, I hope I was a good grandpa. Great grandkids, if I am alive long enough to have great grandkids, and my kids don't have kids at 18, I'll be surprised, but medicine works fast, and I love you all anyways. Bye.